So next is spinach, 52 spinach plants. And then lastly, sweet potatoes. I have 2 beds that are 3 foot wide spacing given to my sweet potatoes. And those will be 48 slips I'll be growing. So you gotta assume on average, let's very conservative average, 3 sweet potatoes per plant, good size. Now some of them you'll be lucky and you'll get 5 to 7 nice sweet potatoes. But for me, on average, I get really 3 nice sweet potatoes per plant. And so that's more than enough sweet potatoes for us. All right, that's the basics. What else am I growing? I grow a pumpkin every year, a pumpkin or 2. I chose to just go with 1 this year, and that was the Cherokee Tan pumpkin. I've never grown it. I'm excited to grow it. I always give myself the opportunity to grow 1 or 2 fun things. And as much as I said at the beginning, fun is fun, but don't go crazy with it, right? So I'm gonna plant a couple pumpkins. Let me bring this back so you guys can see in this back corner. And I'm just gonna let them go where they want to go. If they go up the fence, that's fine. If they go through the corn, that's fine. But I'm gonna grow my couple pumpkins here. And this space is what again? I have a trellis that's right here that is a shade where my chairs are when it's hot and I can take a break. So I like to cover that good. I think I'm gonna try, this is the last fun thing, I promise. I won't get out of control. It is pumpkin and luffa. So we'll do a couple more pumpkins up here. Again, Cherokee Tan and a luffa. And our season is not long enough to grow loofahs from direct seed here in Michigan. I need to start those well ahead of time inside. It's going to be one of the first things that I plant, and we will get a nice mature loofah to transplant out into the garden. So I hope to get some fun loofahs grown for the first time. You can see behind me, I'm not joking. I'm ready to start seriously prepping for gardening. So that is my other tip for you. Don't feel overwhelmed your first time going in to start your own seeds. Feel free to grab starts at the store. Now, in today's environment, that's a risk that you have to take, assuming that the market will be available. You know, trucks will still be delivering to the big box stores or wherever you get your starts. I taught myself to start my own seeds for the things that I typically transplant out in the garden, things like peppers and tomatoes and sweet potatoes, cucumbers, pumpkins, all of that. I taught myself how to start my own seeds last year, and I'll be doing a little bit of that this year. I don't think I'll go as crazy as I did last year because I just had a lot of fun. But this weekend I'm starting sweet potato slips and I'm starting the loofahs, I believe. So that is my garden plan for this year. Like I said, can't guarantee it's gonna look exactly like this when I get out to the garden because I always I end up changing my mind somewhere, but this is the content that will be in my garden. Other questions you might have? I don't know. You'll leave them in the comments for me, I'm sure, down in the comments, and I'll do my best to get back with you. But if you're a first-time gardener, start small. There's nothing more rewarding than just getting the excitement of growing fresh food and eating it from your garden to get you that bug, that gardening bug. And I will tell you, multiple times through my life, I tried gardening and I would fail and I would give up on it. And when I really committed to doing it, I started with 2 raised beds. That was it in our suburban home. And then I added 2 more the next year. And then when we moved here, I added 4 more. And then I added the raised, the in-ground beds. So just grow over time with what you learn you can manage, what you learn you enjoy, how much time you have available. When I finally got to this layout and this footprint, I realized I personally was at my capacity for what I could manage. I couldn't manage a garden any bigger than this, growing any more than this, with all the work it takes. And it's not a lot of work with respect to maintaining your garden once everything's growing, but just getting it planted and then the harvest and preserving, this is my limit. So, and it is, guys, I'm not gonna lie, it is all the food my husband and I need with respect to produce. Now we still will buy like some fresh fruits and vegetables during the winter, because our harvest from our orchard isn't quite that big. Also, I didn't mention back here, I have, I don't know, 8 or 10 rhubarb plants, strawberries in here that are perennial, so I don't have to plant those. But yeah, it's gonna be a really fun garden season. If you want me to talk more in depth on any of the topics I either touched on or highlighted in this video, let me know. But I know everyone wants to see everybody's garden plans. It always helps us think differently. So I might be inspired by watching somebody else's garden planning videos and completely change my mind. So thanks guys for coming along, and I'll talk to you on the next video.